This is exactly what the project is. Let me just show you something quickly. This is the 3D view of your project.
Okay.
This is how the project is supposed to come. If I made it, if I did it through a local PCB. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what it is. This red thing, this is the CMOS battery. This is where the CMOS battery will sit at. Are you with me?
Well, can you draw the cursor to where the small battery is?
Yes, the cursor is there. The cursor is there. This red thing I'm zooming out.
Okay. I've seen it.
Okay, so this is where the CMOS battery will sit. I actually remove it. Okay, so you can see this is where the CMOS battery is.
Okay. Batch one.
There's there's battery on it, so you've seen it. So that's where the CMOS battery will sit. So let me return it. Then this red one, this small one is your buzzer. This is where your small buzzer will be for the alarm. Now this is the microcontroller. On long way, 16F876A. It's a 28 pin IC, 14 on the left, 14 on the right. This is where your LCD will be. So your LCD is going to come into this connector. You get?
Yeah.
Good. Those are your buttons. There are 4 buttons. I forgot to tell you. I just discovered it while I was checking it out. There are 4 buttons. 3 of the buttons are going to be here. 1 of the buttons is going to be here. So altogether, you have 4 buttons in this project.
Okay.
This is the relay. This white guy is the relay.
Okay.
And this is where you are going to source the voltage from the relay. So it's like this is the connector to the relay. You don't have to connect to the relay. This is what you connect through to meet the relay. Now, this is the real-time clock calendar. This IC. This is your DS1307.
Okay.
This is your real-time clock calendar. It has a crystal oscillating capacitor and it has a CMOS battery seat to allow for the CMOS battery. That CMOS battery is what keeps the date and time of this IC.
Yeah.
So the microcontroller is not the microcontroller is not the one that is producing the time. This IC is the one that is producing the time. The microcontroller is just reading the time into the microcontroller and displaying it on this LCD. Now, this is the pin where you program this microcontroller. This pin is called the in-circuit serial programming pins. There are 5 of them. This is where you program this microcontroller, which means I've written the code. This is the code. Are you with me?
Yeah.
This is the code. This is the code we are looking at. This is the code that does the work. This is the code. So these are the codes.
So you wrote this code using what language?
C language.
Okay.
So this is the code. So this is the point, the in-circuit serial programming from my laptop into my programming device. That is when the code comes into this IC. So this is how the code comes into this. So from my laptop into my programming device, then into this in-circuit serial programming pins into the controller. Another thing that you're going to actually see on this board is this is where the secondary side of your transformer will come into. Don't forget your transformer is going to be dropping 220 to 12 volt AC. So that 12 volt AC is going to go into this terminal block. And then this is the switch. This is where you put your switch, where you can off the system and on the system. So this is the switch. And then through the switch, the voltage goes into these bridge rectifiers. And then it is fitted by this capacitor. This is the 1000 microfarad 25 volt capacitor before it then goes into this your 5 volt voltage regulator. And then the output of the voltage regulator is now sent into this ceramic, this electrolytic capacitor, which is the 100 microfarad 16 volts. And then it is from here, it is from this capacitor that all the components or all the devices that requires 5 volts source the 5 volts filtered. For those that require 12 volts, they get the 5 volts from the output from this capacitor, from the output of this capacitor or across a capacitor before it goes into the input of the bridge rectifier. Then, of course, you know what a contrast control is on your television.
Contrast control.
Yes. There is this button on your television for contrast. If you increase it, the television becomes very, very white. When you decrease it, it becomes very, very dim. Contrast control. So you need to balance it. You need to balance it. So this variable resistor here, this blue guy, is what is used.
I can see.
Yes, is what is used to do that contrast control. So this blue guy is connected to one of the pin of this of the LCD to control or to vary
Contrast.
the voltage there so that the contrast control can be adjusted. You get it? So that's just a very quick overall. Now, there are transistors, of course. Transistors are used as switch to inject voltage to the core of this relay. Transistors was also used as a switch here to inject voltage to this buzzer. The transistor that is used here is called a BC547. The word that is used here is the BC547. There is a resistor from the base of the microcontroller to the base of this transistor. Actually, usually use 1K there from microcontroller to the base of the transistor as a switch. I use 10K for pull up or pull down whenever I'm supposed to connect buttons or switches to the microcontroller. So I use 10K. This is a signal diode, 1N4148 with a 10K from 5 volts into your VPP, which is your programming voltage from your programmer to the microcontroller for programming. So that's just that basically that I just want to show you. So this is the 3D view. This is the schematic diagram. So this your system can work in automatic mode and in manual mode. That's what you should know. It can work in automatic mode and in manual mode. In the manual mode, this system works like your switch in the house. With this button, you can on your all security lights that are on this relay and off all of them. Now, the truth is, when you install this system, you will not need all those switches you have on your walls anymore. This system is the only thing that you are going to need. From this system, you can on all the security lights. From this system, you can off all the security lights. And from this system, you can automate when those security lights comes on and go off. So the system has two features, manual and automatic. Of course, maybe flip this switch, this first switch. Now this switch is down, it means it's in the automatic mode. In the automatic mode, it is the system that decides when to come on and go off based on the preference.
Is it a press switch?
Yes, it's going to be a toggle switch. I mean, I think I'm going to use a slide switch for it. I'm going to make it slide so that you can either slide to manual or slide to automatic. Now, if I put it in the manual, you see that this up and down is closing now.
Yeah.
You see it? Let me show you. Let me zoom out so you can see it. This and this is making contact now. The up and the middle. If I put it to manual, to automatic, the down and the middle is what is making contact. Did you see it?
No, this thing is not coming up. I see the signal. There's a propagation delay, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, surgery know about propagation delay. Can I continue?
Yeah.
Please, can you see what I'm actually showing you now?
Yeah. Like you are working on the relay switch now, Abby?
No.
Your cursor is still on the relay switch here.
You mean it? Wow. That's actually the propagation delay you were talking about. So what do we do now? Okay, let's see. How about now?
Still the same. Maybe we can share the screen. Yeah.
Okay, let's stop sharing. And let's share again. Maybe I should just share only the circle diagram.
Okay.
Why do I have iPad here? Okay. Where is the? Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah, but you have to come up.
Wait, hold on. This is what I'm sharing, Abby. This is what I'm supposed to share. How about now? Participants can now see your.
I can see it further, yeah. I can see it further.
You can see it now, Abby? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see the cursor, yeah.
Can you see the cursor?
Is moving.
Now, cursor is moving, good. Now, look at this switch. This switch can actually close two ways. It can close middle and down and middle and up. Are you with me? Now it's in middle and down now. If I hit this place, it goes to what? Up and middle.
Okay.
Did you see it?
If
I flip it again, it now comes to what? Middle and down.
Middle and down, yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
So if it is at middle and down, this is at automatic mode.
Okay.
At this mode, the system will be the one that decides when the light comes on and go off based on the on time and off time that you have given it. But if you put it here, if it is making contact with up and middle, which is voltage is actually going to that pin, this is the manual mode. It means that you will be the one that will be hitting the switch. What switch will you hit? You will now come to this switch. This button 1 and this button 2 and button 3 is what you are going to be using to on the light and off the light. So let me experiment that for you. Let me simulate so you can see it. Then when I hit play, the system starts with the notification, of course, from OpstepE Engineering Limited. It tells you that the system is in what? Manual mode. And the light is off.
It's off.
The way you know the light is on is that this LED, do you see this LED? This LED will come on when the light is on. So if I hit this first button, it tells me that the light is on and this light is on. You see it? If I hit this particular button, it tells me light is off and then the lights are off. You see it? Because I'm in manual mode. So in manual mode, I'm the one that decides when the light comes on and when the light goes off. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So that is what you are going to be using these two, the last two buttons to do. To put it on, of course, you're going to see notification on your screen, which of course is the user interface that I told you about. You'll be able to interact with the user interaction that you, so you know what the system is doing, but you know that it's on the manual mode. So it's on. You hit the last button, it puts the lights off and tells you it's off. So this is in the manual mode. If you now want to take it to the auto mode, where the system takes in parameters from you and decide things, all you need to do is to hit here, and the system tells you exiting manual mode. Manual mode exiting, and then it exists. Are you following? You get it? Let me do something to that place. That place where it tells you it's existing. Let's add 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Okay, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Just now. Hold on.